Okay, I think we perhaps might be live. I need to just double check. Okay. Okay. Music is just a tad loud, but we can fix that. That's all pretty easy. Okay. Cool, cool. So, we have a pretty packed stream today. I'm going to bring the music down just a tad more. Okay. Get my earbud out of my ear so I can talk and think at the same time. Okay, so we've got a very cool, I have a very specific plan for stream today. Okay, so on stream today, we're going to be programming a new mini game for Thwimbly, which is the indie game that I'm making. And we're going to be making Pachinko, which is the famous, we're going to be making Pachinko, which is the game where you drop the ball. If you're a Shenmue fan, you might know it as Lucky Hit. Want to try a game of Lucky Hit? So what we're first going to do is we're going to hijack the game state, and instead of setting it to startup, we're going to set it to, what are we going to call this? Pachi. Okay. So that's exactly what I wanted. So it doesn't do anything right now. Where's the first mini game? Maze. Maze might not be in the game anymore. I might cut this one, or cut that one. Else if game state equals Pachi, then clear screen. Okay, there we go. It's exactly what I wanted. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to, let's draw the board. So, rect, okay, so the screen is 240 by 240 by 136. So I want this to be a more or less vertical or square board. A lot of Pachinko machines are squarish or vertical-ish. So we do 240 minus 136. That gets us a difference. All that over 2. Oh, I do have my calculator. What is that? It's in scientific notation. 1.632 times 10 to the 4. Something's wrong. Okay, never mind. This calculator is useless. You know what? We have programming. We can do that. BX, BY, 136, 136. I think we're still in this palette, so 8. 8 should be like a good wood color. There we go. Okay, there's our board. I don't want it to be that dark of a board. 9, 10. Let's try 10. You know what, let's actually do this right. Well, let's do some local variables. Local board color equals 10. Okay. So then let's do pins equals, and we'll have an index of pins, and I don't know how I'm going to do this right now in terms of like actually creating the board. I might just manually program it, but these are going to be a series of points. So we'll do 120, 80. We'll do 100, comma 100, and then we'll do 30. No, not 30. 90, comma 30. So that should, okay, cool. That doesn't crash. So then we'll do 4 p equals 0, 1. For p equals 1. Hashtag pins do. So then we'll draw this. We'll do circ. 2. So this will be our pin radius. Circ pins bracket p bracket 1. I'm not going to give them an XY because that just is going to, there's only 2 values. So we'll do X first, we'll do Y second. 2. Local P call equals, what's the most silver color I have in here? 2. 3, we'll do 4. We'll do like gold and yellow pins. I'll change the palette later. I just don't want to because that's okay. Cool. So now we've got pins. So now we will have a ball. Let's program a ball. And this is going to be great because I don't have to deal with camera offsets. X, Y. Local B rad, B call 1, call 2 equals, or I'll have 4 pixel radius balls, and then we'll do B call 1 will be 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. Okay. Can I just make balls is nil, then balls is empty. Okay. So then every, we'll do it. Let's do it on button. If button 0, then we'll drop a, we'll throw a ball into the field. I just realized that I forgot to start recording, so that's delightful. Okay, so if the button is, if we press the button, which I think is up on the D-pad, but that's fine for right now, then we will do B equals 0. B dot X equals 120. B dot Y equals 0. B dot VX equals 0. B dot VY equals 0. Okay, we'll insert balls B. You know what, let's give this 0.5. Hey, there we go. Okay, there's something. Okay, cool. So we got a ball falling down the screen. It's a little big. It's a little not moving great. So let's change this to 0 and let's give it some acceleration. 0.2 usually seems to be like a good 0.2 pixels per frame. And since we're working in tick 80, we can't use delta time, so we have to do everything in terms of frame, because there's no sense in actually programming it for delta time, because if you drop below 60 frames per second, the audio explodes. So you just need to hit 60. What was I doing? 0 point. Okay, 0.2 is a little too fast. 0.2? That might be what I was thinking of. Yeah. And maybe we'll give it like half a pixel velocity just to kind of get it going. Okay. Okay, so now, you know what? No, let's if balls is nil, then we'll do that, and we'll do 120. So ball drop X. So this will be the location of no, 1 would 2. That's odd. Why would that not be? I see. 10 is... Okay. Okay, so now we got that. Now we can... Let's make it move. Okay, I flipped those. But, okay. We can make it snow. It's exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. We're gonna change this radius to 1. Then now they're more like nails, which I think is kind of what I want. Okay, so let's change this to button press, so the player can only drop them if they spam the button. That seems like the right move. That seems like the right move. Okay, so now we get to the fun part. If CHK dist XY XY. Okay. Hold on. What am I doing? For p pin in pairs pins do x ball dot y pins bracket p bracket 1 pins bracket p bracket 2 is less than 6, then let's just go with 6 for right now. Oh wait, I already did add the end statement. Whoops. Hit. Okay. Hit. Okay, we got that. Let me close my door. Okay, so we got that. So now what we need to do is we need to get the angle between them. So we'll do vec x equals ball.x minus ball pin.x local ang equals vec y vec x Hey, hey, hey. Oh my goodness, it's working. Okay. Okay. That was basically exactly how I thought this was going to go. Okay, I was really hoping that I hadn't like miscalculated something. Should I add interball collision? I'm surprised that just like randomly that that radius is good. You know what? Let's plus let's math that random slash 10 minus 5 slash 10. Slash 100. I just don't want it to get stuck in a position where it's doing that for forever. You can do it a couple times, but if a ball just gets stuck, that's sad. That's big sad time. Okay, I have an idea. Let's do this. Pins equals that. So I'm just gonna randomly generate like 100 pins. I'm just gonna randomly generate 100 pins, and we'll see what this does. Pins table.insert pins, comma, bracket, comma, oh, I need to add a collision on those walls as well. X equals math.random 36 plus 90. We'll just do that. And then y can be anywhere. X, y. Oh no, what'd I do? Oh, I put the wrong. Okay. I want to see if this is actually a value. Oh no, what did I do? 15, 15. To index a nil. 1. Okay, y. So the x and y's are coming in and being normal. Yeah, so I didn't get that right. Is a tab. No, that's not it. There's something like really basic that I'm messing up. I just cannot place what it is right now. Okay, they're both called pins. It is a table full of tables. Okay. Pins.2 is nil. What about pins.1? Oh no, what'd I do? 1532 here. Pin.
Did you know it's 3 in the morning?
Well, that's delightful. That didn't crash, but I don't understand. sure. Okay, all of that is still working. It's just... Huh. Try something else. We are going to get rid of this. Go pins, bracket, I equals that. Still nothing. I got it. It's this. There we go. I was re-deleting everything every frame. Okay, so this is way too high, so that should be like 70, and this is way too high, so this should be like 50. This should be like 40. It should be like 50. Okay, so I kind of figured that we weren't gonna be able to just like randomly generate boards because like this is kind of atrocious. Like there's no gameplay here. But as a proof of test for the system, this is pretty awesome. You know what? I am curious. What colors do I have in VBank 1 that I can use? Okay, so we can make a decent ball. Where's VBank 0? Then we'll copy this and we'll switch us up to VBank 1 down here. So this will kick us into the second set of colors, which means that BRAD, BCall, all of this sort of stuff is going to now be in, or BCall 1 and BCall 2 are going to be in. BCall 2, BCall 3, 2, 3. So this light color is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1. 5, 6, 1, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually draw 3 circles. So this will be a highlight. So this will be BCall 1, that'll be BCall 2, and then we'll do one more, and this will be BCall 3. And this will be plus 1, minus 1, minus 1. We'll lock this at being a 1 pixel wide all the time. Yeah, it's almost got shading. You know what? Maybe I'll it almost looks like a decent ball. I could sprite a ball that looks better, but for right now, I'm going to just leave this procedural tri-circle ball. That's going to be fine for right now. Okay, so we've already checked every ball, so let's check for let's check every ball. So for B, ball 2 in pairs, balls do, we're just gonna basically copy this whole chunk. I could make it better and do that. But honestly, honestly, it's not that. We can get rid of the random here because I think that's not necessary. Ball2.x, ball2.y. Oh no, what'd I do? Oh, I got rid of. I broke everything. Oh noes. I broke it all. For I, ball, B, ball 2, ball.x, ball2.x. Oh. If B does not equal I. There we go. Okay, so it was just collision detecting itself, basically, is what was happening. Oh my goodness. The balls are colliding. This is awesome. Okay, so now we got to do ball 2. It's negative. So now this should invert. So one ball should go up. Oh no. Okay, well that's not good. Do I need to go negative angle? Is that why? I think so. Hold on, no, we need to actually see some collisions. Okay, if they clip super far into each other, they'll still explode. Okay, so let's add a damping, local damp equals 0.9. So this is going to be a damping coefficient that basically is going to just reduce the velocity on every impact, so that every time they collide, they get a little bit less energetic. That still feels way too energetic. What if I change damping to, where did I put damping? Let's try 0.5. Let's just see what happens if we're almost hitting one ring territory of not obeying the laws of physics. Okay, so the physics does not feel good. try 0.07. Let's... Okay, so that's way too much acceleration and way too much damping. This is the part where we're just going to start tuning the physics. I'll put that local damping down here because it doesn't need to be anywhere fancy. Fix all my indentation. Damping should be like, let's try 0.8. No, 0.95. I think now that we have more acceleration and the balls are moving more realistically, the... Yeah, I'm just imagining this with sound effects right now. It's going to be great. Okay. If ball is less than... BX. So this should prevent them from falling off the edge. Yes! They bounce off the walls. Let's go! Okay. So this is where, like, can you see my mouse? You cannot see my mouse. Over here on the right, this is where we're gonna have to be a little careful with how we actually like design the edges of these things. I think this is still the amount of bouncing is still like way too high. These are like rubber balls, not like steel ball bearings. So in actual Pachinko, if I'm not mistaken, you have basically ball bearings, little steel metal balls that are bouncing around off of steel or metal pegs. So like screws, basically, nails. I almost bought a Pachinko machine like a year and a half ago, and then it ended up being kind of a nightmare to get back to my place, and I ended up skipping on it. But now I have virtual Pachinko, and I'm the coolest guy around. Okay. This still feels way too energetic for steel. I should be like, these should... Oh, that one's trapped down there. That's never going to come out. These are like pop bumpers in pinball. They're not like nail. Oh, wow, it did come out. Impressive. Does 0.9 feel better? Does gravity need to be stronger? Let's try 0.05 for gravity. So this is one of the things that I often run into is like the base implementation of a object is actually very easy. Like to get something semi-playable is so fast. And then it's the game tuning and everything else that actually like eats up a ton of time. And I mean, like we can see here, we can totally break everything if we do this. You know what? Equals bx plus brad. Minus 136. No, plus 136. So now hopefully, okay, yeah. So if you're off the edge of the screen, it will force the ball to the edge. I think I need a more sophisticated physics system. I'm trying to think of like what would actually make this better. What would, okay. So would this feel better if I were to just start like that's too many balls. That's just entirely too many to actually get any useful information from. And they're all stuck. Okay, hold on. What if we do this and then we do times 5? Wait, no. 8. What if we add just a little bit more damping on the vertical? So we can still get some horizontal moves where it like redirects it, but we're losing a ton of momentum in the vertical direction. I feel like that kind of works. Oh, okay, hold on. So one of the problems, let me see if I can demonstrate this. Yeah, it goes from like not colliding to it's not like glancing blows. Okay, so that's why this feels bad. It's because it's not obeying the laws of physics. So the question is, do I need to let's try something plus. I want to try. Let's try adding. It will now be additive. So instead of it just replacing all of the... This is definitely not what I want. But this is immediately feeling more interesting. There's more physics going on here. I think damping needs to be like 0.4 or something. Maybe I need to multiply the Vx and Vy by the damping as well. I think that'll fix it, or it'll at least make it more consistent. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, maybe the damping is just too darn high. let's change this back to 0.7, but we'll keep the... Yeah, so now the balls have like inertia. Before, they were immediately changing direction. Okay, this is much closer to what I want. Wow, and like we're already kind of seeing like the almost the super specific, what's it called? We're already starting to see the very small differentiations in initial conditions will lead to wildly different results, and that's before you even factor in the fact that the balls can widely be changing. Okay, I think we might still want that to be like 0.8. Yeah, so it has to be a lot more vertical of a hit now for it to bounce upwards, which is good, which is very good. I wonder if I could, generate the positions based on sine waves for this, and that would give us something that's more pleasing. Let's try that. So we're adding 30 posts. We'll keep the random version in here. I might want to do something with that later. Local y equals math dot sine I times 4 plus 90. Nope. Local x equals math dot sine. No. Bx plus I times 136 divided by 30 would be 90, 124.5. Oh no, what'd I do? Oh, I just did this out of order. Always keep track of when you're instantiating your variables. Okay, this is basically what I wanted. It's too much. We'll do 10, no, 7, 6. Can the ball actually, okay, no, the ball can get through there. Times 8. Change that period. I/12 2 times pi times, I need to get a local copy of pi in here. Local pi equals math dot pi sin cos equals math dot sine math dot cos. Okay. Nope, 4 times pi. That's almost what I wanted. 5 times pi. So the thing is that I want this to be symmetric. I would like this to be I want to get that symmetry in here. So minus 10. Yeah, that's like some Pachinko type stuff right there. Okay, sick. So now let's try programming in another one. So instead of it being at 90, it'll be at 50, and we'll keep it here, but we'll shallow out the period. Or no, let's double the period. Okay, cool. So we can go back to this. Perfect. Okay, so that's getting somewhere. That's getting somewhere. That's not exactly symmetric. Maybe. That feels a lot more symmetric. +2. So I'm basing most of this off of what I remember from playing Shenmue, where the whole kind of thing with the pins is that they're arranged in very specific patterns, like very sort of ornate arcs and shapes, and those pins are way too close together. Those balls are not ever going to slide through there. Okay. Times 12. Okay. That's a lot better. Let's go 10, 11. Boom. Okay, so now those can slide through there. Those still might be too close. Yeah, they're still way too close. 14, 8. I don't know why there's off by 1 error there. You know what? I want to add just a little bit of drop shadow here. So we'll do +1. I am a big fan of drop shadow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do 4. And then a shadow for that would be, well, it's on the wood, so it'd be 8, 9. I think it would be 9. Equal to, yeah, okay, we're already getting a little bit more depth. I want to eventually add wood grain. I haven't figured out how I want to add wood grain yet. But this is already getting somewhere. See, it's already getting somewhere. Those might be too tight at the bottom as well. I'm okay with there being less room at the edges. So I think the next question is, do I want this to feel like a retro pre-electronic pachinko machine? Or do I want it to feel like a newer pachinko machine? 4, 5, 6, 7, and I does not equal 8 then. I'm going to get rid of those center two because they are very close together. And also, yes, okay, I kind of want the two mountains in the center. I feel like that's very kind of pachinko, and then we'll have some sort of blockade in the center. Okay, so let's actually go and add some gameplay here. So we'll get rid of this. And I'll leave that here for debugging purposes. Equals 120 plus math.sign times slash 300 times 136 slash 2. $300 is way too fast, but we'll go with 600. So the goal with this is, like, if you're actually playing pachinko or any of these sorts of things, you're never going to be able to get the ball to drop in exactly the same place every time. We have a little bit of that randomness to prevent the ball from getting stuck bouncing if it lands perfectly because it's a digital simulation. But we don't want the player to be able to just be like, okay, cool, this is the perfect meta spot, and we're going to do it every time. They're going to have to time it. Okay, so that was cool. That was not. I'm trying to aim it through that center well. We got it there that time. That time we did not. That time we did not. That time we did not. Yeah. I believe it's been a few years since I played Shenmue, but I'm pretty sure this is how Shenmue's whole arc works, is it kind of just like swings back and forth, and you've got to place it. You gotta place it in the well at the correct location. And those are too close together. That's great. Okay. So now we got our actual gameplay implemented. So that's freaking awesome. That's super fun. Where is this? This needs to be wider. You know what? If I'm gonna make it be the I'm gonna make 7. Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna make it be perfectly symmetrical every time. We'll do this. Minus I plus 20 plus 136. And we'll do that. Okay, cool. So now it's perfectly symmetrical. And there is plenty of gap between. Is that perfectly symmetrical? That does not look perfectly symmetrical. But if we're doing in lore that this was made by someone in a saloon somewhere hammering nails into a piece of wood, then we could go with it. We could make it a lore excuse. Okay, so coin count. Why? Okay, what is S? Oh, okay. I think 495 is the correct thing. We'll make this be the last thing we draw, just because that makes sense to draw very last the coins. Okay, cool. So there's our coin count. Why does it say 0? Oh, because we've not loaded our save file yet. Patchy. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll save this, and we'll do games. Game state is menu. Where do we actually load save? pmem. Load game. Okay, so where do we call the load game function? Got it. Okay, so now we've got our coins. So now what I can do is I can do patchy. Is the variable just called coins? L coins is level coins, basic coins, to differentiate it from special coins, I guess. Get rid of that because that's not necessary. Basic coins. So, oh, I don't have the routine for drawing FL text. FLTXT. LTXT logic. Is that drawing? Yes, it is. Okay. So FL text are these little things that do that. They do exactly that. They, except that I need to decrement it. And I need to, what is my color? 5? 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need that to be 1. And that should be 1. We still have 5. This is going to be -1. And that is going to be -1. Okay. And we'll 212, 218. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now it's actually coming off of the correct digits place. Okay, there we go. We got just a little bit of juice. Just a little bit of juice. Okay, so now we need to add a target. I think I'm going to go for something a lot closer to a... So the question is, do I want this to be more like a modern Pachinko machine where it's got like flashing lights and particle effects and, you know, all that fancy stuff? Or do I want it to be a lot closer to like the kind that you saw in like a Shenmue, where it's this very like rural isn't the right word, but like organic isn't either. This very handmade, lo-fi, low-tech thing where it just falls into a bucket at the bottom and you're trying to get it into the correct bucket. That's an option. That is an option. I could do that. I could. Do I want to, though? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the balls are they're not the right size for this game. Where is it? 3. This feels better. This feels more like it's less claustrophobic. And we have solved the problem of the balls like ascending into space if they're dropped too close together, because now it's additive, so that's good. Let's try something. I have an idea. It's this one. Dash. No. Bracket. Darn it. Okay, we can get rid of this if statement because we're no longer using it. So we'll do this, and then we'll do, instead of being at 90, we'll do it at 50, and then we'll do this one at 50 as well, and then we'll do I might convert this into a function if I end up using it a bunch more, but I don't really want to. Let's see what that actually does. Never mind, that if statement was important, and I should put it back. Actually, no, it wasn't important because I'm gonna just change this to be 3 to 6. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted. What I want is 40. Let's get rid of the offset. I want to like force these into the center. Yeah, so it's just kind of like this weird mess of stuff at the center. Plus 10. Minus 10. That's kind of buggy. 5? Plus 2. I'm just like eyeballing this right now. Okay, no, I like this a lot actually. It adds like a weird sort of like textural element to the center. I like that a lot. That is perfect. Okay, we'll get rid of both of these randoms just to clean this up a little bit. We can clean this code up a little bit because we don't need that'll just be referring to the same X and Y. And yes, it is indeed. Okay. this is the exact kind of shape that I'm looking for. I just need this to be a little bit bigger. 15, 14, 14. No, that ruined it. 6. Nope, not 61. 16. What did I do wrong? Okay, so this needs to be 17, I think. That's like a cup. That's a problem. But these are like the kinds of shapes that I'm looking for. I'm trying to set up shapes that are like this. That are super, like, kind of intricate. Like this one almost looks like it could be like a butterfly or a bat or a cool metal band logo. There's a metal band logo that kind of looks like that. I'm trying to think of what band I'm actually thinking of. Okay. Does that get stuck on the edge? Not as much as I would expect. 4. Okay, so it's the other one that's actually causing those 2 central ones that I would like to get rid of. And it's not 5? No, it is 5. Okay. Two, 4, 1, 4, 0, 4. Starting to see a face here. I got like sunglasses up top and like a mustache at the bottom. Let's leave that at 1, 4. I did like this when it was at 15 a lot. And that, well, no, actually that's not a problem because there's not a cup there anymore. All right then. I want to add something right in that middle zone. 60. Sure. That's a fun number. Everybody likes that number. Are those now baskets on that side? Yes, they are. But we can kind of see how it like rolls down there. That's like kind of, that is one of the things that I did really want.
We're sorry. Due to heavy calling, we cannot complete your call at this time. Will you please hang up and try your call later? If your call is urgent, please try again now.
The symmetry is really pleasing. Oh. It's still a little too bouncy for me. I think we need to find damp. 6. Thankfully, it's not saving my coin count, which is going to be good for development because I can just spam this because it should spawn me back at 437. Spam it, spawn back at 437. Okay, that's good. What I probably should do is I should actually save every time that the player does that so they can't like save scum it. Could just save specifically the player's value, like just the coin value, avoid saving everything else. I should save. There we go. Speaking of saving, that would have been bad if I had crashed. I need to get into a better job of remembering to save. Okay, one other thing that I wanted to see is can I 50 plus? Okay, yes, so I can maneuver the board. One of the ideas that I had was to have like a little vignette on the side of Thwimbly plus oh my goodness. One of the ideas I had on the side was to do like a little vignette of Thwimbly, the main character, talking with the person who's running this, and they would have sort of banter like, oh, you missed that one, try another, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's good to know that I can sort of shuffle this either side. That was one of the things that I was trying to be very deliberate about when I was programming it, was giving myself that sort of level of flexibility, making sure that everything's all variable based and everything. Okay, let's get a prize in there, and ball dot y is greater than 120. Then so check prices. So all that y greater than 120. We need to do let's see. If ball.x is less than bx plus 136/2, then else and I should really turn this into a function. I'm going to get rid of this no HUD thing. I mean, I guess it's already calling to. It's very straightforward. Plus 10 to 12 plus 10. Okay, so if we're on the left side of the screen, we should get plus 10 coins when it reaches the bottom. It's going to give it multiple times, isn't it? Yep. Why? What? Oh, because they're bouncing off the walls. I'm kind of curious if we can get a buffer overflow. You know, yeah. Let's see what happens. Save the game so that if it crashes. This is like Cookie Clicker. We have created a idle game. Oh no, I've created a blockade. There's nothing else gonna get through there. I think we're at like 4 million now. I never anticipated the player would get this many coins, so it does not scroll. I probably should do that. That should be a function of the basic coins thing, is to extend it. You know what? We're going on a field trip. Hold on. Not basic coins. Coin count. Here's my X. Local length equals print basic coins 0 -6. This gets us the length of the print in pixels. Slash, and we're using this font, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 pixels wide. That's Y. That's the wrong one. Let's shorten that so it's just easier to see. Minus len. Really, I ran out of music. That's awesome. Good job. Go back. There we go. We got more music. I gotta be careful not to make a blockade, because I got way too excited. I'm getting ideas. I do not know if I want to listen to them, but the idea of a Pachinko idle game sounds like it would be very fun. Okay, we're at 500,000 coins and increasing. You get multiple Pachinko boards, you get multiple auto ball droppers, you get... Okay, there's where the slowdown starts. Okay, I think that length value is too long, but I do think it would be funny. Oh, because, of course, yes, because it's checking the collision of every ball, which the more balls that I add, because you're never supposed to be able to do this, but it is funny. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's either 6 or 7 digits. Is that 22 million? I think that's 22 million. The numbers are moving too fast for my eyes to be able to see clearly. Okay. I'm curious to know what it looks like down beyond the edge of the earth. Okay. /4. I'm now suddenly really good job. There we go. Now we have the music on repeat. I'm doing such a good job of maintaining my stream. It's great. What if I just leave it at len -8 -30 -25. Okay. What happens when we hit 10,000? Okay, this is what I wanted. I want that last digit to stay stationary, but everything else to kind of slide around. 26. Yeah, that's looking natural. That's looking good. That's looking... Okay. Which does unfortunately mean that I need to change all of my excellent print statements because they no longer match where the things are located, but... Well, so now I guess we're just kind of sitting here waiting for Okay, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted watching number go up. This is why I can't let myself near idle games. Basic wins. Check prizes. There we go. Table dot remove ball. Okay, so this should actually make it behave the way that I want it to. Oh no. Got. Oh. Did I do I or did I do B? I can never remember. They say you're not supposed to remove objects from the table as you're iterating over it, but that has not proven to be a problem so far. So I'm going to continue doing it. Let's do this. Let's create a that would also be kind of important. Look at how much we're learning today. Boom. I need to find something better for denoting failure than just 2 X's. That seems like pretty basic. I need to do like a wah or a... Too bad. That's probably too long. It's gonna go off the edge of the screen, I bet. 2B. Frown face. There we go. That's it. That's what I want. I want frown face. Frown face. I want more than this. I want more than 2. But for right now, like, the game is playable. And I want, this should be like 136. It should just be like off the edge of the screen, and then I'll have like a little like red, green, yellow denotion thing. Where do I change the VBank 1? Because I have more good colors in VBank 1 than I do in VBank 0. Actually, not sure if that's true. We got green. We got orange. Yeah, we'll just do orange. Where is the VBank change? There it is. Rect BX, comma 136. I want like 20, 100. Okay, sure. We'll just do 100. 136 over 2, comma 30, 40. This is the good one, so I want that to be green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go 6. Why is it gray? Because I'm in VBank 1. Okay, I just did this in the wrong place. I didn't want it to be in VBank 1, even if I said I did. Where's my rectangle that actually like is the board? Okay. So that's good. Then we'll draw another rectangle, and this will be BX plus. I should really make 136 over 2 a. Wait, no, not 6. 15. 14. Okay, so if you get on the left, you're in the good. If you get on the right, you're in the bad zone. And then let's, for the sake of completion, I'm gonna get rid of that one. I don't want that one. MP. x equals bx plus mp, y equals 110, 100 plus I times plus I. We'll do 0, 20, 4. Perfect. 530. Perfect. Now we have like a dividing line that divides like when you get too close. Oh, it's going in. Yeah. Okay. So now then I just need to get. There we go. That's fun. That's fun. No. Okay. Right now it's like basically drop it on the left side as far to the left as you can. And there you go. Honestly, at this point, I feel like this is like where I wanted it to be today. We lose coins when we drop the balls. We gain coins when they fall in the good zone. We don't get anything if they fall in the bad zone. And yeah. The ball bounces and it feels pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. And we've got a whole bunch of pins in the board. So I think that's pretty much exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, I gotta go get some lunch. It's almost lunchtime for me. So yeah, dang. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been a blast here in the studio to do a little bit of game dev for you today. And yeah, so if you want to play this game, you can wishlist Thwimbly on Steam, THWIMBLY. I've been working on some mini games for it, but usually it's a 2D platformer. But yeah, with that, I think I am gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and don't forget to be excellent.